Not too bad. Damn it. No, that may be too thin to do anything with, but I'll save it anyway. It can at least be broke up to do small points. That's a hell of a plate. Probably 6-inch plate. Pretty much, Wes. You know it's there, but you gotta have a peek. Pick that one back up. Well, that's weird. It's got a weird little crack in there. I don't think it's but just that width, but that's got to come off of there. Probably going to have to narrow this in some. Getting a little carried away and getting a little stacked up out here in the center. And it's getting pretty flat. I mean, it's still fat, but if I go ahead and thicken the edges and bring it in just a little bit, I got a better chance of getting a wide blade still out of it. Yep, that wasn't good. I fixed a lot of it. Real nice flake. It's going to be real fun trying to get to this, because I've got this flake running in here and it kind of rolls up. Hopefully I can get to it from over here if I take some of this down. That was a nice flake. Big old dive in the center though, which I don't like to get this early on. Let's see what happens here. Beautiful. That's where the stack kind of was. Came in from over here, and after I relieved with these flakes up here, then I had a good channel to come across to it. It dove a little bit also. Starting to get pretty thin. I think I'm going to go to a little lighter billet now. I like to make sure my billets aren't too chewed up. All it takes on these sharp platforms is just a little bit of a high spot sticking up off of here, a little ragged edge or something to blow your platform up before it gets a good bite on the edge. I don't take it all away though. I do like a little bit of nicking in there so that it'll have just enough to grab. Switch to a different abrader if I can find it. I hate seeing these in there. A lot of times when you start getting real thin, those will really stop a flake. It was a nice flake. Went all the way across on the tip. Thinned me out quite a bit. Probably need to work on this base a little bit. It's starting to heft up compared to the rest of the blade. I like to get my flakes sideways, even across this base. You got a lot better chance than if you try to run them lengthwise. Start trying to run them this way, you'll split it right in half. Ooh, that was nearly bad. Ripped a big old lip out of that thing. It's one of the dangers of playing with thin edges. Shit, that sucker's real thin right across there. That flake took out a little more than I wanted to. I don't know if y'all get to see me make this whole thing because it's going to get really boring here in a minute. Remember that dyed flake I was talking about up here earlier? It stopped this flake. I wanted it to travel on a little further over into this, but because it's a little low right in there, it stopped that flake, broke it before it finished out. I wanted to get that little bitty titty right there off of there. I think I'll still be able to get it from this side though. I don't know if with indirect I'll be able to run across anything this wide. That's an awful long way to go. So I'm probably going to narrow this down a little more anyway. And kind of slope it from here. Kind of the shape of the Sweetwater, hopefully. I got the cast around here. Yeah, we still got more than enough room there. It's a long way to go, though. Well, it really starts sounding hollow when it gets like this. I almost don't even want to go real thin with this blade because it's so nice as is. Ooh, I wanted that to go a little bit further. I think I'll start doing some indirect and see how it goes. I don't know if I'm going to go as thin, ultra thin or not. I'm going to put a focus, but everybody's always asking to see that. Let's see. So, focus. Come on now. Alright, this is ground flat, just 90 degrees. And then this is grounded about that angle right there. At about the halfway mark from there to the bottom. And this is my contact area right here. When I'm doing these, I have to stop and clean this tip real often. Kind of like the same thing as the billet. Once it gets chewed up, it's over. Decent plate. I'll be able to come in from over here, run right back into that, clean that up. But that's the style of flakes you're seeing on this Sweetwater. This flake here, and this flake here. I'm almost certain they were doing this with indirect. Could have sworn there was one on here that was a... I'll find it later. They were coming for some super thin edges on these. I think that's the key to get these, is not build fat platforms. You got to come from a sharp edge, which isn't easy with copper. Didn't work. I'm going to come down here and try to work and try to get some of this off. I may have to narrow it in back here a ways to reach that. See, that's this big deep flake I took earlier. It kind of screwed me a little bit to get to this on this side, because it's right here's the stack, here's the plate. You really need kind of an even. You don't want a big uneven area when you're hitting right next to it. In fact, I'm going to wait to take this flake. I'm going to take this one first, because that might fan over this way a little bit and give me a little more ridge to come attack this. And I might get lucky and get a lot of it off with this flake. Nope. Ran right up to it and stopped. But we'll see what happens here. I'm going to try a different support. I'm going to hold over the top. I guess maybe it'd help if y'all could see this. So I'm going to hold over the top, having this where that edge can't pull down. My finger's along this back edge, and it can't go anywhere. So I'm either going to dive the flake and screw up horribly, or I'm going to shoot one across there, or blow it up. Well, did a little of all three. I put a slight crack in it right here. But I got a bunch of that off of there. I got a ridge here I could probably maybe get that off of, but that makes a problem there. That crack runs up and stops about right here. It actually, I can see it coming through on this side just a fraction, so I got to be super careful around this area and hope I don't send a flake that'll come back and grab a hold of it. That was still a nice flake. It went over half. Nope. I gotta improvise. I hate doing that, but I might be able to send something in through there now and clean some of that up. Sure didn't like that though. Damn it. don't know where the hell did my... Nope. About to lose my mind over here. There we go. See, that was the top support. And this flake went all the way over here, blew through all that shit, and actually ended right there. That's coming from a pretty thin edge too. So I need to do another one right here, if I can, just like it. Do the little one first right here, and then we'll come after the main thing. Hell, that took a lot of it. Tip feels good still. The platforms that look better aren't working. I'll hit an iffy one and it'll blow all the way across the whole damn blade. That one went really nice. I think part of what I'm doing when I'm coming in with my swing is I tend to swing way too fast and I'm overpowering it. Because you think you're trying to get across a huge area. It's hard to be able to remember all this every time. See that plate? Let's see where it went to. I try not to swing quite as fast. I think that was my problem. That flake went all the way over here. That's probably, I don't know, 3 1/4 inches, maybe 3 1/2. Boy, it really came close to tearing through on this edge. I mean, it's not a deep bulb. It still flows smooth. But boy, it really thinned that edge down to a piece of knife paper. I'm still trying to be careful because I put that crack right here. Got really lucky on that, I think. I forgot about that crack. Damn, that lipped out. We're pretty thin. All the way down through here looks to be pretty close to a 1/4 inch. Up to about right here, except for I got a little thickness right here I'm going to try to knock off of there now. I still need to try to get to this too, somehow. Maybe I'll get lucky and this will wrap around and grab some of it. I'm glad I checked the tip. I feel it's a little bit ratty. Told you guys this shit would get boring as hell. There's a good chance any one of the flakes I take from here on out breaks it. Damn. It's so awkward holding this big blade like that. Try one right here. That's why I don't even like to reach under the bottom half the time on these. Try the over the top. Sure use some luck right now. Went over into here, I still got that stack there though. That nearly cut it in two also. See that flake down in there? That would have been over the top just a hair, it would have split it. Well, it's all or nothing here. I'm going to try to blow through it. Best case scenario, I'll just get a big dye flake right here. And that's my luck. Thought I could get lucky, but it didn't happen. I'm just going to knock it off of there. Or try to. Damn, where'd my other damn stick go? I should probably just leave it on there. Damn, it don't want to come off. I knocked some of it down. Try coming from this side. Oh shit. Alright. So you can see the original flake had finally turned loose when I came from over here. That sucker went in, and when it hit that stack, it tried to dive through the blade. See it running down there and the rolls down inside? That's what happened when it hit that stack. Yeah, that'll just have to be part of it. I'm sure I'll put about 4 or 5 more on this before it's over. Nice thin plate. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Looks like I forgot how to nap tonight. Everything's got to be just perfect. That was a great flake. Rolled way over to here. I'll get a short one here. Needs to go. Perfect. Getting looks a little thicker on the video than it actually is, I think. I need to get that off of there. And that crack's still scaring me back here. Really need to shoot one across here to this. Beautiful. Had a little high spot right there. I was able to get off there. We're still a little over a 1/4 inch right up through here. Probably 5/16 on that fat spot and that fat spot between the two of them. I really don't know if I'm going to get to that one or not, because it's rolling flat down through here. It goes slightly low and then rolls up to that little high spot there. See it low right in here? Same thing coming from over here. Got a little bit of low areas in it. And I'm pretty thin at this edge, but I could probably thicken that up, and I might try that. I think I'm going to try some of this back this way first before I come after that, because things may change and make it a little easier. I was worried about that one because I was going through a pretty wide, flat area there. I managed to get over and meet this flake pretty good. Only thing is, I'd like to shoot one up this ridge, and I just shot that flake from right there. So here's the ridge, and here's where I just took that. So I'll have to cheat over this way a little bit and still try to catch that ridge to run over here. This ridge. And I need to shoot a little short flake in here. That can wait. We're about to find out about this one. Try to roll that thing right up that ridge. Y'all can see that. That's the ridge I'm shooting for. Beautiful. That was the flake right here. Only problem is I cut this ridge off a little bit to get that last little bit. Damn it. I was going to ride this ridge up and try to get some of this. This flake shot way further than I expected. I wish this wasn't a little low right here because I know I could probably do it. If I ground that down a little bit, I could probably shoot across through that. I don't know. There's still a chance to run up and grab some of this because that ridge kind of zigzags right there, but it still might have enough width to run up there and get it. I'm going to grind that down just a little bit. Boy, that one ripple just before there really kind of screws that up. So basically what I'm going to have to do, I'm high right here, it's low, so I'm going to have to flake some of this high spot out and try to get a roll up to it. We're coming down still. Yeah, I just really don't see that happening. That's just way too low right in there. Let's try something else. Try to create a ridge over here, or a ridge running up here by taking a flake this direction. Yep, that didn't work worth a buck. I still see a little piece of flake in from one of my previous platforms. Get out of there. And this video has been going on forever. Let's see. Come right there. Damn, this is risky. We're going to try, first we're going to try back here, and then we'll try to come from over here. And then we'll try it that direction. Let's see. That was not good. Put a crack in it. I can see it running all the way back into here. So, this looks like another worthless blade. I'm going to still see if I can get that spot off. It's probably going to fall in two right when I take this plate. I guess that's what I needed to do, is quit worrying so much and being so careful, because I blew most of that off of there right then. That flake there, or that flake there, that's the one that cracked it. Yep, that crack runs all the way to there. I really needed to run another one in here. You can even see it showing right here on this face. See that light color area there? That sucks. I'm going to shoot another one across here. Try to clean that a little bit up. If it holds together, it'll still be a neat blade to look at. Yeah, I just got to quit being scared of it. That's all it is. Look, beautiful flake. I think I get into it and I start overthinking everything. Man, that's got some really nice dye right in there where that high shit was. Now I really want to come after this, but that crack's running right in there. It looks like it stops right there. It's pretty deep too. This probably breaks it right here. Amazingly not. Didn't do nothing, but wow. So you can see, find something sharp to point at this with. So you can see here's the crack running up. This thing blasted through the crack a little bit. Went all the way across, all the way over to here. I don't care if it's got a crack in it or not, that's still a beautiful blade. Cleaned up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to quit overthinking every strike and just start knocking the shit out of it. Seems like I learn a little something new every time time I work one of these. Another beautiful flake there. See, I don't know what it is. If I overthink it, I just lose whatever's natural about it. This flake is the one I just took here. Beautiful flake. Feathered out great. We're now probably at the thickest, maybe a quarter. How wide is that? And let's just lay the Sweetwater on top of it. It's a little wider than the Sweetwater. Not quite as thin. Trying to get that to where you can see them both, but actually not nearly as thin. I still got a long way to go. I'd damn sure try it if I wouldn't have put that crack in it. Because I still see a whole lot of opportunities in this blade to go thinner. There's a real nice ridge that would ride up there. I could ride that one. And this one. That would be a real easy flake right there. Oh well. I think I'm going to stop right there. Study this blade for a while and go on to the next one. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.